All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our first main event. It's time for the GNC2 main event. We're going to start over there in staging with the 18th qualifier coming to us from Canandaigua, New York, the KC Cycle Team 95 entry, number 36B, Colby Carlisle. Starting 17th, the Sammy O Racing Arai Helmet Kawasaki from Salinas, California, number 11Z, Andrew Luker. Starting in the 16th starting spot, the Don's Kawasaki Myers Motorsports entry from Whitehall, Maryland, 92S, Brandon Price. Up next, the TNR Racing Harley-Davidson of Salina, XR750 from Hoisington, Kansas, the 31G, Dylan Bell. Starting in the 14th starting spot, the Ben Evans Dafy's Cycle entry, riding a Kawasaki out of Indianapolis, Indiana, 99J, Kevin Stallings. Starting in the 13th starting spot, the Frank Baker Racing Pat and Kevin Nielsen Kawasaki from Simi Valley, California, 26E, Dylan Morin. Now we make our way up to row number 2 on the Western Hills Honda Kings Custom Kawasaki from Cincinnati, Ohio, 31F, Michael Butler. From St. Louisville, Ohio, the Grace Hogs Weimers Cycle entry. It's a Kawasaki, number 23F, Jeffrey Lowry. Starting in the 10th starting spot, the S&J Coal Mine Roy Built Kawasaki from Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, number 17A, Jordan Harris. Starting ninth from the Ben Lau exclusive Kawasaki Ninja 650 from Holly, Michigan, it is number 20J, Ben Lau. Starting in the 8th starting spot, the Walrath Trucking Hovey Racing Kawasaki from Sherwood, Oregon, number 16M, Austin Helmholtz. Up next, the first pick on row number 2, the GPS Racing Intense Racing Kawasaki from Modesto, California, 23Z, James Monaco.
James, you've looked strong all day. Are you feeling more confident than you have in past races?
Yeah, I am. We came here not really knowing what the track's going to be like, new track on the circuit this year, but I'm having fun, and I'm just glad to be here, glad to try to make every race I can and put it in the main event and do what we came here to do.
There you have it. That's James Monaco.
Now we start on the riders who've qualified for the front row. These guys were first or second in their heat race. From Chesterfield, Virginia, the Ron Ayers Motorsports Kawasaki, number 16S, Tristan Avery. Starting in the 5th starting spot, the Tim Nilla Garenser Motorsports Harley-Davidson XR750 from Elkhart, Indiana, 28J, Charlie Garenser. Starting in the 4th starting spot, the Parkinson Brothers Racing Kawasaki from Albion, New York, the 94B, our points leader, flying Ryan Wells. Starting 3rd, the Freddie Johnson Racing Kawasaki from Barrington, New Hampshire, currently 3rd in the point standings, number 27U, Jamison Miner. Starting 2nd, the Racing Unlimited Kawasaki, our current points leader, he's from Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, the 14A, Dalton Gautier. And on the pole, the Kawasaki Ninja 650, the Myers Motorsports, Varnes Racing Kawasaki from Moton, Pennsylvania, our pole setter, 68A, Revin Ryan Varnes.
Ryan, pole sitter, you're still on the front row. How important is it to get that whole shot and to stay up front at the track?
Oh, it's very important. It's the key to winning tonight, and that's what we're going to do.
Very good. Good luck, Ryan. Ryan Varnes, the key to winning here at Oklahoma City Mile, stay up front.
I think that's a good key. What do you think, Chris Carr?
I think it's a great key, and he feeling pretty confident. It's good to see that. See his father, Kevin Varnes, down there, as well as his cousin, Mike Varnes, both former Grand National dirt trackers. So he's got a good pit area there to draw from experience-wise. keeping him calm and keeping him confident and keeping him ready to go to the front.
I did make one mistake right there, and you corrected me. I'll put another $5 in the tip jar. So I did say that Gautier was our points leader. He's actually currently in the second place in points. Your points leader is the 94B of Ryan Wells. So I was corrected again.
That's
twice.
all right.
Twice today.
That's okay. That's all right.
All right. Number plates are cleaned off.
For now.
I was going to say until he come out here and make into that first corner. Here comes Barnes, going to lead him out. He gets the first pick on the front row. He can start wherever he wants. I'm assuming he'll go to the outside, but you never know, Chris.
Never know. Seems like guys on the outside, even if they don't get to the corner first, they're able to carry the momentum unimpeded around the outside all the way through turns 1 and 2, getting them toward the front by the time they get to the back straightaway. So I'd say you're lined up pretty good for the middle of the corner by starting on the outside.
So first pick, he can go anywhere he wants on that front row. Second pick can go anywhere else that's open and so forth down the rows. And also the last pick on the front row, he might even take a spot on the outside of the row number 2. They can do whatever they like as long as they do it in order. So there's Barnes pulling up on that beautiful Don's Kawasaki entry. Again, a third-generation motorcycle racer right there. In that first rut, here comes Dalton Gautier, the Racing Unlimited Kawasaki. That deal just came together, I believe, Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken. Jamison Miner pulls up his Kawasaki, the 27U. There's Ryan Wells, the 94B, so 4 Kawasaki's the first 4 picks. And there's Grenzer, the first Harley-Davidson. He's starting in that second from the inside spot. And then there's the 16S, Tristan Avery, winner on a mile.
Saw Gautier there get off the side of his motorcycle alongside the rut, kind of packed the rut in a little bit with his feet. Some of the riders will roll their bikes back and forth with the rut to try and pack that sand down just a little bit, give them a little firmer footing in the ruts.
3 riders on the front row, Chris, have already won this year. Will we see a repeat winner?
You know, this young class, I think we might have a first-time winner here this year.
You might be talking about the pole sitter.
Yeah, he's looking confident, he's looking strong. This is his kind of racetrack. If it hasn't changed, if he's, maintains that comfort level the first couple laps and goes, I'm feeling good. This kid, when he's on, he's untouchable. And he looked really untouchable in his heat race. He's sitting on the pole for the main event. First couple laps go his way. You could color him gone.
Jamison Miner also looking for his first win of the season. Can he do it right now? He's made some improvements on that motorcycle. They finally got it board and stroke up to a 750. He said he's got himself a horse. We'll see in just a moment. It's time for our first main event, ladies and gentlemen. GNC2 main. 18 riders, 12 miles, 12 laps the distance. Oh, Barnes jumps the start.
Tough break.
It looked like the 14 might have went with them. I'm not sure who they're going to point to the back.
Wow. Looks like 94B of Wells might be going to the back as well. It was interesting. I saw Ryan Barnes lined up. He had both feet down on the ground. And he let the clutch out, and he has no way of stopping the motorcycle, and then the bike lurches out underneath him across the line. You'll see many of the other riders lined up. Gautier, he goes to the back.
Barnes, Wells, and also I believe that might be the rider from the second row. That could be That could be Helmholtz. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. No, it's Lau, the 20J back there on row number 4. So that's the first time that's actually happened tonight. They cross that laser beam. You're going to the back row. It's going to make for some really good racing with 2 of our heat race winners coming from row number 4. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. GNC2 main event from right here in Oklahoma City, the first ever.
Gautier has an issue, jumps forward, stalls the motorcycle. There is no 2-minute rule in GNC racing anymore.
Can he push start that thing?
If he's able to get somebody to back it up, they're telling him to go off to the side. When you stall a motor on the line, they're really Moorhead going to try and help him get a bump start.
He's going to try to back it off first, and then he's going to try to take off and give him a push. There's no starters. There's no kickstarters. They're going to start racing. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen.
Gautier.
Here they go from the inside. Our new leaders on the red and white leathers. Into the first corner they go.
That's Jamison Meyer. Oh, Tristan Avery, whole shot into the corner. Grenzer up around the outside on the XR 750 in second. They go side by side off of turn 2. Avery with the advantage.
Butler in the third spot. He's in fourth with that bright orange motorcycle. It's easy to see Tristan Avery out front. Remember, he won the Sacramento Mile just a few weeks ago, and he's in the lead here again. He won last year at the Decoy Mile. Look at the third place rider around the outside, goes from third. He's battling for the lead. That is Charlie Grenzer. The 28J is going to lead him off. And that is Barnes from the fourth row up to third, Chris Carr.
What a fantastic first lap from the penalty line for the 68A, and our pole sitter, Ryan Barnes. He made up for that jump start in a hurry.
He sure did. He's coming to the front in a hurry. Barnes on the 68. Now they try to set their sights on that Harley rider who's up front. And we're talking about Charlie Garenser, who's looking for his first ever GNC2 main event win. And he's got to get away from the 68A, who's coming in a hurry. He's up to third right now. Everybody from there on back, it's anybody's race.
Yeah, Barnes burying it in there pretty deep up on the outside. Turns underneath, goes underneath the 16, takes over the second spot, grabs a handful. Great pass, goes in, turns it early, darts across through the middle, beats the 16S to the exit.
So it's Garenser out front. Now we have Revin Ryan Barnes. Now Avery repays the favor down the front straightaway. Tristan Avery's not giving up on that. He takes that second spot away. Barnes back up the inside, back to second place.
Yeah, Barnes got back in the gas much sooner there, was able to get a good bite through the early part of the corner, carries his momentum by, and they're staying in touch with our leader, Charlie Garenser, on the one of two Harley-Davidsons in the field. We got a Harley-Davidson leading a string of Kawasaki's at the moment.
Charlie Garenser out front from Indiana. The 28J is your leader. Second is Barnes. Gets a little bit sideways right there, losing some time. The 68A. Tristan Avery right there, 16S still in the third spot. They're starting to catch the leader a little bit coming off of turn number 4.
Just a little bit that time by. Ryan Barnes, our pole sitter, and guy going fast all day long, comes in on the back. This is where he got by Avery. Real good through the early part of the corner and gets on the gas, drives it through the middle and into the lead, coming off at turn 2, side by side.
Garenser grabs a handful. He says, not so fast. I want to lead this thing. So it's Garenser out front. Barnes in the 2 spot. Third is Avery. Fourth is Minor. Fifth is Ryan Wells.
And Barnes with a late draft goes on by or up underneath. Garenser holds it on deep, going into on a higher line.
It's kind of reminding me what Kenny Coolbeth's doing on his XR750.
Oh, we just saw Barnes go wide into the deep stuff, really killing his momentum. Garenser opens up 5 bike links. Just like that, in a blink of an eye, they're side by side, losing a bunch of momentum.
And now Avery
Barnes
takes over second.
All the way back to third. You cannot allow yourself to get sucked up into the really deep stuff in the middle of the corners. It's hard to get back out of it, get your momentum going again.
Garenser out front, 28J on the number plate. Second is Avery. Third is Barnes. Fourth is Minor. And fifth is our points leader, is Ryan Wells in the 5th spot. Remember, he had to start on the back. Didn't get through the pack as fast as Barnes did. Now Barnes looks like he's kind of settled into that 3rd spot.
Yeah, that lap by, when he got up there in the real deep stuff, it really slowed his momentum. It took a long time for it to get it back up. It allowed Avery to come on by. Avery's reestablished himself as a strong contender for the lead. Last lap by, just about 1/10 of a second slower than Charlie Garenser, our leader.
So it's Garenser out front on the 28J. Second is Avery. Third is Barnes. It's getting tight for the top 3 spots once again.
Avery making ground, and we're not seeing as much of this darting back to the left, to the inside, coming off the corners from this class. These guys are staying more straight coming off the corners. We'll see if that changes over the course of the race. The wide line, Garenser right on the edge of the cushion going in, bumps against it, gets a turn, gets a good solid drive down the inside coming off the corner.
It's Garenser out front, 28J. Avery in the 2 spot. Remember, he's already won this year. Garenser's looking for his first ever GNC2 win. Third is Barnes, and we're halfway through. There's the 4th place rider of the 27U of Minor, and Ryan Wells is right there. Dylan Morin, who won his semi, has worked his way up to the 6th spot, the 26E.
Yeah, decent run from Ryan Wells, our point leader, going up into 5th from the 3rd row as Garenser gets up really wide, coming off of turn 2, and he's gobbled up by the 16S of Avery and down the back straightaway. He got moved up to the outside into the thick stuff on the straightaway, certainly halted his forward momentum.
But Garenser seems to be much stronger through the middle of the corners, as was Kenny Coolbeth on an XR750, so the Kawasaki has more down the straightaway. As we have 5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, here they come. It's Garenser and Tristan Avery. Avery's won twice in this class already. He's looking for his 3rd. Garenser looking for his first ever win with just 5 more miles to go.
Yeah, we see what you're talking about there. Avery, that time, gets a good run up through the inside coming off of turn 2. Takes the point down the back straightaway. Garenser losing a little bit of momentum. We see that Kawasaki hook up and move forward. Garenser's strength is going to be getting into and through the middle of the corner. If he can get through that part, as Garenser goes blowing past around the outside, that's what he's going to need to do. That's the strength of the Harley, is getting into and through the middle of the corners. If he can do that and sustain a good drive coming off the corner, he's going to be tough to beat.
He actually went high and then come down and shut the door on the 16. That's Tristan Avery. The bad news is for Grenzer is that start-finish line is way down towards turn number 1, so Avery might have the motor. If we get to that point, we'll see in about 3.5 laps.
Grenzer really good through 1 and 2, not too sideways. That lap by coming through 1 and 2. Good drive down the straightaway. This is a dogfight. 2 different styles of riding on 2 different style of motorcycles.
Best race so far. It's main event number 1 for the GNC2 class. It's Grenzer out front, Avery in second. Varnes is still in the 3rd spot. He's no factor anymore. The top 2 are trying to decide the winner of the first ever Oklahoma City Mile main event. It's GNC2 class. It's Grenzer and Avery.
Avery gets up, not quite as much debris coming off the back of these motorcycles. Caught a little bit of a draft there late in the straightaway. Avery is real good through 1 and 2 early on in this race on the bottom. Establishes himself there again. Grenzer running a little wider line, spins it up a little bit coming off a 2, and Avery lets his momentum up to the outside and on by down the back straightaway.
What a race we have. 2 different leaders. They're exchanging it almost every lap now. It's Avery at the point. Grenzer goes to the high side and goes blasting around into turn 3 and 4. Trying to get it back down. Oh, Avery's got his hands
comes up out of
full.
the saddle, moves wide on Grenzer coming off at turn 4. They gather it back up. Track's starting to get a little heavy coming off at turn 4. Right through this section here, the straightaway, they start creeping to the inside, and Avery reestablishes himself at the front.
2 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Grenzer's giving it all he's got on that Harley. Avery's giving it what he's got on his Kawasaki. 2 completely different lines. Grenzer's dropped back a few positions right now, a few feet. Here's a battle for 3rd between 68 of Varnes and the 27U of Miners. Jordan Harris is going down.
Doing a good job picking his bike up and rolling it to the inside. And looks like we're going to stay green.
So Jordan Harris goes down in 3 and 4. Look at the battle for the lead. Here comes Grenzer closing the gap. Avery goes up and takes that line away. We're going to be coming to the white flag, ladies and gentlemen. 1 more mile to go to decide the winner. Look at Grenzer. Wow, they get so close to that down rider. White flag is out. It is Tristan Avery, Charlie Grenzer to the start-finish line. 1 mile to go. Avery at the point. Grenzer goes back to the high line, going in deep. He drifts up high. He's going to grab a handful of throttle right about now. I believe Avery's got what it takes right now to hang on to the win, but Grenzer's been so strong in turn 3 and 4.
Really strong going, especially into 3 and through the middle of 3 and 4. The key for him is going to be able to get through there without having any mishaps with the 16, but he's followed gap back. That's a lot of ground. He makes up a bunch of it. He's going to have to get it bike turn and keep that momentum up coming down to the low side at the exit if he's going to have a chance.
Here they come off of 4 for the first ever main event, the Remington Park Horse Track here at the Oklahoma City Mile. Tristan Avery is going to lead him to the start-finish line and hang on for his 3rd career win, 2nd of the year. Charlie Grenzer comes up a little bit short in the 2 spot. Here comes 3rd and 4th.
Looks like Miner nips the 68 pole sitter Ryan Varnes at the line. Good job by Jamison Miner there at the end.
All right, so 27U, Jamison Miner, 3rd in the points, moves into that 3rd spot. So it looks like 68A of Varnes and the 94B will get the 2 riders just off the box awards, and we'll pick up some extra money. We'll talk about those in just off the box award from Westside Truck Parts. 4th will get $500 extra, and 5th will get $300 extra. So Avery's a pretty pumped up young man. You can see how happy he is down the back straightaway. Oklahoma City, what'd you think of our first main event? Heck yeah.
That was a fantastic race by Tristan Avery. Equally impressive, Charlie Grenzer. I believe one of his first podiums in GNC2 competition, especially on the twins. He had a broken collarbone at COTA earlier this year, back in April, coming back from that injury. As these guys trying to realize, hey, which way do we go? He's going to stop and pick somebody up for a ride around the racetrack. Go on, Dad.
Heck yeah.
Chip
it's
Avery.
Father's Day.
Father's Day weekend. Take Dad for a lap around the Oklahoma City Mile.
You better hang on to that hat. Tristan Avery picks up the win. We're going to talk to 2nd and 3rd place here in just a moment. As soon as they get over there down to Kim Kuhn. And again, our just off the box riders, the 68A of Rev and Ryan Varnes will finish in 4th, and Flying Ryan Wells will get that 5th spot. They can pick up some extra money from Westside Truck Parts. Again, appreciate the just off the box award going to those 2 riders. Varnes looked pretty worn out down there in the pit area and pretty tired. Wells will finish in that 5th spot. We have 1 more race to go, ladies and gentlemen, after this victory celebration. Tristan Avery going to get a checkered flag, and he'll get 1 more lap around the Oklahoma City Mile as he puts his name in the history books, the first winner of a main event in Oklahoma City.
Well, I tell you, this is a great story. I know how hard Chip Avery works at home. He's does a lot of landscaping. I guess the plumbing. That's his specialty, and he puts in a lot of hours to give his son a chance to race around the country and get a win. Awesome to be able to go on a victory lap here on Father's Day weekend in Oklahoma City. That's one of hard-working man. We're going to send it down to Kim Kuhn with our third-place finisher, Jamison Miner.
Yeah, Jamison getting his bike secured down here. Jamison, a late pass to grab third from Varnes. Describe your race.
Oh, I got an awful start, and I missed a few gears. I came out of turn 2 and third gear. I was hitting Reveler so hard, I shifted up to fourth, and I'm pretty happy, though, getting the last lap pass and getting on the podium finally this year.
Congratulations on that podium. Now we're going to move over to Charlie Grinzer. Looking for your first win. Tristan Avery made it very, very difficult for you. What more did you need?
I don't really know. We ran a good race, got a good start, and led for a while then, and the lead just slipped away.
Now you are rookie of the race. Compared to other races you've run, what made this different and gave you the ability to get rookie of the race?
Well, I'm fully recovered from my broken collarbone now, and I'm strong enough to run a whole race.
There you have it, Charlie Grinzer, second place finish here at the Oklahoma City Mile.
Chris, what I noticed is he wasn't happy with second place.
Well, I tell you what, all good racers are never happy with second place. So I think he knows that he had a good chance, his probably best chance of his young career to get his first GNC2 win. And here Tristan Avery capturing his third one on a mile, by the way. Fantastic job for him with Father Chip on the victory lap. Congratulations to him.
All right, so we'll go down the rundown as we wait for our leader to get there. Again, sixth place will be Brandon Price, 92S. 20J Ben Lau will be seventh. Dylan Moore in eighth spot. James Monaco, ninth. Jeffrey Lowry rounds out your top 10. Stallings, Mike Butler, Andrew Luker, Austin Helmholtz. Jordan Harris, who went down, gets 15th. Dylan Bell. Colby Carla had a mechanical. Dalton Gauthier, tough break for him. He did not get that bike refired before he went back. So Avery's trying to figure out his way to that victory podium. It's all the way down to the end of the front straightaway. If they would have been listening to the riders meeting, I told them that.
Yeah, I would have, they've been going left all day long. It's going to be kind of hard for them to think about going up and turning a hard right.
Absolutely.
So, they can handle it, though. I've seen this kid ride TTs.
So he'll make his way down to that victory podium, doesn't know where to go. He's going to drop Chip off right there. Says, it's going to be kind of tough over here. So Tristan Avery goes through the mud, going to make his way over to that victory podium, and we'll talk to him as soon as he gets on that podium. Kim Kuhn's going to be there. We'll get our first main event winner here at the Oklahoma City Mile, headed up the ramp if he can get it turned.
Yeah, see, these bikes don't like to turn right just yet, but I have a feeling they might have to do that next year.
You think so?
We'll
see. So the winner, the only bike that gets on the podium. We're also going to do celebration with pictures in just a moment after we get the winning interview from Tristan Avery. He's still got that bike running. Here he comes up there. Let's send it down to Kim Kuhn.
Tristan Avery giving a little rev for the fans. We're going to give him a chance to take off his helmet. We want to see the winner's face right here. Tristan, man, oh man, what a win. It looked like Grinzer had the bike to beat, but you were able to do it. What did it take?
Honestly, in my heat race, Miner had a pretty good lead on me. And after I saw the lead that he had, it was just never give up from there. And that's one thing my backstory is in 2014, was never give up. And that's what we did tonight, never gave up and tried the smooth line and try to find it. But we ended up coming out with another win. I'd like to say happy Father's Day to my dad. He's done everything in the world for me, and take him on the victory lap here tonight. A dream come true for him too and me. So.
You mentioned finding the smooth line. How long did it take for you to find the right line to make that pass on Grinzer?
Find the smooth line. Just kind of felt like I had a little bit better of a drive. About halfway down the straightaway, and come out of the corners, there's motocross ruts, and I was finding my hard way around them and trying to get through them, and get through them safely and smooth was definitely a key part to the night. But Grinzer put on one hell of a ride, and I can't give it up to him. That was a great battle.
Well, it was a great battle to watch. Tristan Avery, winner of the GNC2 class here at the Oklahoma City Mile.
Yeah, congratulations to Tristan picking up his second victory of the season. Coming up in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, the 25-lap Grand National main event. We're going to take the top three up there onto that podium and let them do their pictures and present those beautiful trophies up there on that podium. Did you see the trophies, Chris?
I certainly did. Looks like Indian headdress style trophies. I don't think they can wear them, but they are a really cool looking trophy. Fantastic opportunity for both all three of these young men. That was a great race at the front. Miner doing a good job of finding his way to the victory circle as well. There's our first look of the Indian headdress trophies. The first place one there being handed to Tristan Avery.
We are on Chickasaw country, and that is an Indian reservation. That's what the presentation of those trophies, and that's the meaning behind it here at this beautiful Remington Park horse racetrack and casino here just outside downtown Oklahoma City. Grinzer, second place, third place, Jamison Miner, who was third in the points before that race, and of course Tristan Avery picking up his second victory of the season. So listen up close, fans. We do have our winners from our drawings. There's a couple of drawings going on earlier, so if you entered to win, let's see. This one says enter to win, and we know Glenn Nelson is one of our winners. And I'm not sure. I think he might have won the Yeti cooler. Also, we will announce the winner of $100 from down there at the souvenir T-shirt trailer is Lloyd Patterson. So Lloyd Patterson, you go back to the AFT, the T-shirt booth down there, and pick up the American Flat Track winner of $100 cash. And Glenn Nelson, you're the winner of that Yeti cooler prize pack down there. Special thanks to our promoters for making that happen, and to our T-shirt vendor for having that $100 cash just went to some lucky fan on Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, maybe he'll have an opportunity to buy some of that new AFT gear. American Flat Track, a really cool brand of clothing, just came out this year. Some really good-looking stuff down there celebrating the history of our sport.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just have one race left. It's the 25-lap Grand National Main Event. We have 19 riders instead of 18 as one rider's used a provisional start card, and that will be the rider starting the tail end of the field. So in just a moment, we'll have the starting lineup for the final race of the night, the Harley-Davidson GNC1 presented by Vance & Hines 25-lap Grand National Main Event, coming up in just a moment.